Should you buy Story Protocol? With AI dominating every sector and intellectual property becoming a key battleground, Story Protocol is trying to position itself as the backbone of the new digital economy. But is this actually a game changer or just another overhyped token? Let's break it down. What is Story Protocol? Story Protocol is a layer 1 blockchain designed to tokenize, trade, and monetize intellectual property. Think of it as Ethereum for intellectual assets. AI-generated content, datasets, and creative works can be registered, traded, and monetized with built-in licensing, royalties, and ownership rules. The idea is simple. Instead of AI companies scraping your content for free, they would have to pay to use it through smart contracts. This could be huge in an AI-driven world where data and intellectual assets fuel everything from machine learning models to creative industries. They're not just launching a blockchain, they're building an on-chain IP economy where AI models, creators, and businesses interact under programmable licensing instead of endless copyright lawsuits. So how does Story compare to similar projects? We've seen other projects try to tackle IP protection on-chain, but most have failed due to a lack of adoption or poor economic models. Story's key difference, its backing by big-name investors like A16Z and Polychain Capital, and its technology is purpose-built to handle complex intellectual property graphs. It also follows a multi-core blockchain design, meaning it can scale in ways that Ethereum or Solana can't when handling cross-chain licensing, AI model training, and large creative works. Other projects like Filecoin or Arweave tried solving decentralized storage, but Story goes further by programming revenue sharing and licensing directly into the blockchain. This isn't just storage, it's an actual economy for intellectual assets. So what is the actual utility of the IP token? The IP token is the heart of Story Protocol's ecosystem, and it's used for staking and network security, where validators stake IP to secure the blockchain. It's used for transaction fees, just like ETH on Ethereum. IP is needed for transactions, on-chain licensing and royalties. AI models and businesses pay in IP to access creative assets. And then of course we have governance. Holders influence decisions about future upgrades and protocol changes using the IP token. So for the real kicker, if Story Protocol achieves mass adoption, IP could become the default currency for AI-generated content licensing. This could make it one of the most essential tokens in AI commerce and probably on the entire blockchain, if you ask me. But what does the tokenomics look like? Because that will play a huge role into how we will trade this token, if we buy and hold, or if we short or long or similar. Let's talk numbers. With a 1 billion IP supply and 25% unlocked at launch, the full supply unlocks over 48 months, with the following breakdown. 38.4% to the community and ecosystem. I think this is a good sign as it encourages organic adoption. 21.6% to early backers. I think this is a significant portion, meaning there could be some selling pressure. We have 10% of the tokens for initial incentives. This funds rewards for early adopters, and I think this is important to drive up the price of the token. And if we keep this in mind, we could see something very interesting for the project, where it first has an uptrend followed by a downtrend, perfect for our strategy, and this is the way that we extract the most amount of money from a project and from the trend itself. And then we have 20% for core contributors. A big green flag is that early backers have a 48-month vesting period, meaning they can't dump their tokens immediately. We also gotta be real, tokenomics alone don't guarantee success. If real adoption fails, if the project technology itself doesn't perform, all these numbers mean nothing. So what we need to do is keep an eye on the actual market performance and the real trends forming. We've seen many new tokens launch with massive hype only to crash 90% after initial FOMO fades. Take ApeCoin for example, it launched with major hype, hit a massive market cap, then lost most of its value as the ecosystem failed to deliver sustained demand. So what we need to do here is actually track the project itself. If AI companies actually start using it, the price could see massive upside. If not, it risks becoming another speculative asset with no real-world demand. So for the future potential, how high could IP actually go? If we see more AI adoption, if AI models start buying data through Story Protocol, demand for IP skyrockets. So, for my own personal strategy and for the big question, should you buy IP? I don't buy and hold projects personally, I trade them. This is something I talk about in probably all of my videos because that is my own personal strategy and it's how we extract the most amount of money while reducing risks in projects. So for Story Protocol, I'll be watching the trend closely. If it starts breaking key resistance levels, I'll trade the momentum. If it shows signs of major sell pressure, I'll be out before the dump and short the project. And I'll keep track of all of this with my own indicator and the technical analysis I've talked about in some of my trading videos. I hope you all make massive gains. Until next time, peace.